In the glowing heart of Owerri, among glass towers and humming power plants, lived Obi, a self-made millionaire in his late 30s. His fortune came from a chain of microfinance banks scattered across southeast Nigeria, but despite his wealth, Obi bore the marks of deep sorrow, scars not just on his brow and lip, but on his heart. He was a man often mocked for his looks, too dark, too rugged, too plain. Women whispered behind his back, called his lips a cracked calabash, and turned their smiles to frowns when he dared hope for love. Each time he revealed his wealth, hearts turned soft, until they didn't. The moment he showed emotion, they vanished. Love, it seemed, wasn't blind. It had eyes and pockets. Tired of betrayal, Obi disappeared from Owerri one foggy morning, disguised in dusty jeans, old slippers, a torn t-shirt, and a scratched red Okada. He would no longer seek love with gold. He wanted someone who could love him in poverty. Without knowing, the man beneath the grease was one of Nigeria's silent millionaires. In the sleepy village of Umunta, laughter never reached the doorstep of a girl named Kelechi. Born blind, she had never seen a sunrise or her mother's smile. She recognized faces by their voices, her cane tapping the rhythm of the earth, the scent of smoke, leaves, and dust guiding her through life. But there was one thing she could not escape: her body, odor. No bath, herb, or hospital had cured it. It clung to her like shadow. Her parents had tried every native healer, spent coins they didn't have, but her scent remained, a strong, pungent aroma that made neighbors pinch their noses and children avoid her like a curse. She was mocked, avoided, and laughed at. Blind and stinking, what man would marry her? Even poverty runs from her shadow. And yet, Kelechi was beautiful. Her skin glowed, her curves were full and commanding, her body the sculpting of a goddess. But her beauty was unseen, and her odor unforgiven. It was on a market day that fate wove their paths. Obi, now known as Okada Zik, was waiting for passengers when he saw her. She stood near a yam seller, tapping her cane gently, her face turned skyward. The crowd gave her space, not out of respect, but rejection. Obi watched as her lips moved, almost smiling, despite the whispered insults. "Sister," he said, gently pulling up beside her, "may I take you home?" She tilted her head toward his voice, calm as wind over grass. "If your Okada can outrun laughter, then yes." That ride changed everything. From that day, Obi returned again and again. He described the colors of the sunset, the way clouds danced over the hills, the way stars blinked in secret codes. Kelechi listened, her face aglow. In him, she smelled something no one else did: truth. He smelled like dust, engine oil, sweat, but also kindness. He never winced, never recoiled. He washed her stained wrappers. He held her hand like it was made of glass. He loved her. One day, beneath the crooked mango tree near her father's compound, he offered her a brass bangle instead of a ring. "I am poor," he said softly, "but my love is true. Will you marry me?" Her smile cracked into tears. "No one has ever asked. No one has ever stayed long enough to ask." She said yes. The villagers erupted in laughter. Two curses under one roof: a blind girl and a broke, ugly Okada Rider. They will stink and starve together. The wedding was simple. No music except a patched drum. No flowers, just palm leaves. The pastor kept his distance. Her friends stood far behind. But Kelechi wore joy on her face and courage in her heart. Obi held her like royalty. For 60 days they lived in silence and suffering. Children followed them, mimicking her walk. Neighbors passed comments like stones. Obi wiped her tears with his shirt and fed her hope like soup. Still, a shadow fell over their love. He wondered, was this her fate forever? Would the world ever see what he saw in her? On the 60th night, during a fierce wind, Kelechi woke to a strange fragrance, a sharp, sweet scent, like hibiscus, soaked in rain. A strange woman stood at the entrance of their hut, ancient, with long white dreadlocks, eyes that glowed softly like fireflies. "Daughter of sorrow," she said, "you have borne shame and stench. Do you wish to see and be seen?" Kelechi, trembling, whispered, "Yes, I want to be more than pain." The woman opened a small calabash, dipped a black cloth into it, and wiped Kelechi's face and body. Her skin burned. Her eyes ached. Then the darkness cracked open. She screamed, not in fear, but in light she could see. The old woman disappeared into the wind, leaving behind a floor sprinkled with hibiscus petals. At sunrise, Kelechi emerged, her wrapper clean, her face radiant. Her scent was gone. She was sightful, glowing, divine. For the first time, she saw the man who loved her, scarred, tall, beautiful. In his own right, Obi's secret broke free. He was not a poor Okada man. He was a millionaire from Owerri. Soon after, black SUVs and media crews arrived. He built her parents a new home, opened a clinic in her name, gave scholarship funds to blind and disabled children across Imo State. When they returned to the village, the same people who mocked her knelt. The same girls who laughed cried silently. The king called her Chinyere, gift from God, but there was still a shadow. Sometimes Kelechi would wake to the scent of hibiscus. Sometimes she would whisper into the mirror, asking the old woman, was this gift a miracle or a debt? But Obi would hold her close and say, even if you lost it all again, I would choose you. Blind, scarred, smelling, you are my miracle. And she would smile, because true love was never blind. It saw deeper than eyes ever could. Moral of the story: beauty is not always seen, love is not always praised, and those mocked today may rise tomorrow, like the scent of midnight rain, unexpected, cleansing, unforgettable. And so, dear friends, the story reminds us that true love sees beyond appearance, status, or scent. Sometimes the very people we mock today may carry tomorrow's miracle. Never judge a soul by their condition, because every heart deserves to be seen, loved, and believed in. Kindness costs nothing. Real love waits, and destiny always finds its way. If this story touched your heart, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.